Hey out there YouTube, it's Dub Glock 23 and I'm coming at you with another knife here, and specifically a Ganzo blade. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. Ganzo blade. And this is the G727 Black. BK for black. Got the silky bag here. Let's see, did we get a pause and read? Even though you can't read on my camera, pause and read. From the little shout out to the fat man out there if you're watching, C. Spearman. But anyway, you can't beat these Ganzo blades for the price. 440C is not nothing to sneeze at. Just because we've came along and technologies have advanced and we've got powdered steels, that doesn't mean 440C is a bad steel, people. And this stuff's heat treated good. I mean, I've been carrying this and got a few marks here on the G10. You can't even hardly tell it. A few little scratches on the clip. You know, nothing bad. But I mean, it's decent G10 for a Chinese knife. Real good fit and finish. All I really did was I took it apart and polished the bar for the axis lock and the back of the blade tang, and I gave my washers a little polish. And it really tuned the action on this bad boy up. I didn't have to bend a spring on this one. And some of them, I get in here with a Dremel and kind of chamfer this out to where I can get a hold of this axis lock a little better. Because unlike a real Benchmade, it sticks out a little farther. And you can see it don't stick out too much on this side. But, I mean, they always come pretty much perfectly centered. And if they ain't, they're adjustable. But I never could get this thing as smooth as I wanted it without having blade play until I polished the washers. And now it's pretty much like a spring-assisted knife. And there's no side-to-side play, none, no up and down. But when you release the lock, she just drops. And a lot of them won't do that. And they especially won't do that out of the box. But you polish them and you do them right, and they'll do you right. I mean, Ganzo blades, people. Ganzo. Suck him back in there. Mr. Ganzo blade. Every now and again, you can just suck him right back in there. But, I mean, this is just flipping around, and, you know, that takes a little bit of practice or whatever. But a lot of people, the spring's too stiff for them to pull back with just their thumb and then kick the blade down. But, I mean, I've broke this spring in. Broke it in. And the 440C, I mean, let's 440C that edge. All I've did is lightly strop this thing. I mean, it came with a pretty good edge on it. And I've carried it, and I've used it. But, I mean, it still holds the edge pretty good. And, I mean, well, that kind of tore, but I'm having to kind of look through the, there we go. I mean, but people, it don't get no better than that. And, I mean, this thing, you can just kind of nudge it, and it's out there. You can just kind of get, I mean, here's my thumb right here, and I've got the middle finger back here, just boom, just a little nudge, and she's out. And then she just tucks right back down in. Or you can just get a little thumb this way, thumb that way. You can hold it like this and thumb her out. Try to just, I mean, any way you want to deploy this blade, it's coming out. It's just slicker and grease off a cat's ass. I'm telling you, it just comes out in a hurry. Comes out in a hurry. And you release the lock, she drops down there. Give her the old tap on the table. But, man, I'm telling you, you just get in here and you clean them up a little bit, and you can get that action just the way you want it with no blade play. A lot of times I've seen videos on these Ganzos, and they look like they're flopping around and stuff when you let go of the lock. And this one will shimmy back and forth just a little bit. But, I mean, there's no blade play here. A lot of people will loosen up their pivot to where it's real loose, and then the blade will just fall. Well, this one ain't loose. The pivot is not loose. Both sides are tightened, and both sides are blue Loctited. And it's been used, and it's been carried and enjoyed. But I'm trying to get a decent view here with this camera, but, I mean, you just kind of pull back on it and suck her in there. Every now and again, you kind of mess up or bounce it off the stop pin or whatever, but I mean, I'm not having too good of luck here at it right now, but there we go. You see what's happening. You just pull her back and suck her in. I mean, it just takes a little practice, a little muscle memory, but I mean, there ain't nothing to it. If you want to close her up, you're not going to get cut. I mean, your finger ain't in the way of the blade. That's why everybody likes that axis lock. Really, you can just let her drop on down here and turn around and shut her. But I mean, a lot of people just like to kind of just flip them back in the handle like that. But I mean, it comes with a good pocket clip. I know Ganzo's kind of going for the rat here, but the blade's not quite as long as a rat. I mean, let's get the tape out here. We're looking at about let's start from 30 here. I'm going to line this 30 up with the blade. It's about almost 3.5, not quite. Not quite, if you can see the tip there. Not quite 3.5. And then on the handle, let's see here, we'll start at 30 on the handle. We're looking at about 4 3/4. Yeah. About 4 3/4 on the handle. So, I mean, Ganzo's got all the work done for them by their, they ain't got to do no research or anything like that. There's companies that's already being successful with these blades and putting these blades out. And they're just copying the look, slapping a axis lock on it, which is pretty much stole from Benchmade, throwing some 440C in there, and selling it for a budget price. And I mean, I like all knives. I'm a fan of all of them. And when I can get one this cheap that's this decent, I mean, I'm going for it, people. I'm going for it. But anyway, it's your boy Dub Glock 23 coming at you with this Ganzo blade. And, y'all be easy out there. Stay safe. We'll be seeing you. Dub Glock 23. Over and out. Peace.